Greetings everyone and welcome back to another free-to-play video. This is day 3, episode 3, and we've made some first progress finally. We're getting some rewards for our effort, and I want to show you what I've been up to. So right now we are on our main character Gauss, and one of the big things I've done today is I've gone in and gone through all of the introductory missions in order to free up all of the episodes so that I can actually do them. Because if you don't know, a few years ago, I don't remember exactly when, they rearranged a lot of the missions. They took some that used to be in the mainline track and just moved them over to available, like a lot of the Nimbus ones. And they've made changes to some of the missions over time as well, as they've gotten new voice actors in. They've changed stuff up. So like the initial tutorial, the very first thing you do when you create a Federation character has Nog in there now. Didn't used to be when they were able to get Aaron Eisenberg in. And I would just like to point out before I forget, for the Delta Quadrant stuff, this very first mission here, Escalation, when you do that, you get to talk to Janeway. So we all know that she's in that new episode, the newest one down here, Redshift, but they've also snuck her into other places in the game. I don't know everywhere that she's going to be in the game, but I do know that she's at least in Escalation, and I think she's probably just the person you report to for a lot of those missions. So it'll be interesting to see all the places that they put her. So keep an eye out for that. Maybe I'll go back and replay the whole Delta Quadrant arc, because I'm going to need to do a bunch of stuff to get to level 65, and I can find all of the places that they put Janeway in there. So that was kind of a nice surprise. But for each one of these sort of arcs, there's a initial like introductory mission to that arc, and you can't skip those, so you got to do all of them. So that's a lot of what I've been doing today. So welcome to Earth Space Dock. Some of them are kind of long too. Let's see, this one here, heading out, you have to do that, lost and found, etc. So each one of these has like a starter mission that you have to do. And the Dyson Sphere one is actually pretty lengthy, circles within circles. It makes you go do a bunch of fetch quest stuff. You have to go pick up plasma and take it somewhere else and diffuse mines and all this. You guys have probably done it, so you can see that I actually did supply woes as well. They make you do that one. And then, of course, the new Romulus one, you got to do a bunch of stuff for that and sit through a lot of long, unskippable cutscenes. So not much to show for it other than the fact that I'm now able to go back and just pick any episode I want. I can do them in whatever order I want now, so I got that out of the way. And I did do one episode. I did Beyond the Nexus, because it was able to give me a nice little shiny reward in the form of a Trilithium Omni, and that's going to be very nice because I was getting really irritated turning this slow hunk of junk to get enemies into the shared firing arc. So now I won't have to worry about turning so much, and it's definitely stronger than the wimpy beam array I had on there before, standard issue beam array. So nothing really to talk about there. We have gone up from level 3 to level 6. We have a skill point to spend. Actually, we should have 2 skill points to spend, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. We've got 2 space skill points plus 1 ground space point. And at this very, very early stage of the game, I'm not going to work on damage. I don't see any reason to leave normal difficulty for a while. There's no rush to get to advanced difficulty. So the biggest thing now is not really increasing our damage, it's increasing our survivability. There's a lot of powerful enemies in some of these normal missions. I want to do brush fire. That's a particularly brutal one because it has Sona enemies. They do the very powerful attacks, and it can be very difficult to get past the first section of that mission. So let's go ahead and put our points into hull capacity. We're going to want them there eventually anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put these first 2 points into hull capacity just to give me a bit more survivability. And then for ground, I'm going to do a similar sort of idea. I think I'm going to go for shields though. We're going to go ahead and get shields. We could redo these later, but I'm just trying to get some survivability here in the early days. And then down here we get to choose one of these training. I mentioned in one of the other episodes that some of the bridge officer manuals can only be made. You can only craft them yourself. You can't buy them from the vendor. And so this is giving us the option to which would we like to be able to create, because you can't create everything. Some of them you can't create. So we're being given a choice. Would we like the ability to craft Smoke Grenade 3 or Photon Grenade 3? I'm just going to go ahead and pick Photon Grenade 3. I'm not used to doing this on a non-engineer, so Photon Grenade sounds fine to me. So we're going to pick Photon Grenade. And let's go ahead and go into our ship bridge, because I have some rewards that I've stashed in our account bank from our Jim Hadar character. So let's go ahead and get onto our starship bridge. On the Jim Hadar character, he's leveled up to level 63 now, just sort of incidentally. I went and did all of the endeavors for today using the Jim Hadar character. So you can see, well, we're not allowed to click on endeavors to see what they were, but I had to do anti-proton ground damage, I had to do Tetrion ground damage, and I had to kill Zenkethi's ships. So I went and did all that. I also did the universal one, which I was going and farming dilithium on the mine, the one where you actually go out and do it yourself. So I went and did all those, and because the rewards for those are account bound, I was able to stick them in the account bank. As well as we also have a Phoenix prize pack event going on right now. To be perfectly honest with you, on my main account, I normally don't bother going to Drozana to get my free Phoenix prize pack. I normally buy these things by, like the 50s or the 100s, because I'm opening a lot of them all at once to get those upgrades. But on this account, I will take every single little thing I can get, and so those rewards are also account bound. So we have one from yesterday, I got a rare Phoenix prize token, one from today, a Phoenix prize token, that's stored away, and then I have the endeavor rewards from today that we will be able to get. So let's go ahead. We're not going to spend the Phoenix tokens because we don't really have a need for them right now. But we can go ahead and open these boxes up, the Endeavor ones, and we might be able to get some XP or dilithium or whatever, something good. So let's go ahead. Oh, I can't open them. It won't let me open them. I don't know what the requirement is. It says you do not meet the requirements for this item, but it doesn't tell me what they're. That's interesting that it won't let you open it up. So we're just going to hold on to these. It did let me open up that one. That's really weird. So we can't open up the uncommon, rare, or very rare, but we can open up the universal one, the epic one. We've got 1,000 dilithium, 15,000 credits. That's a huge boost there. Oh no, that's 150. We got 150,000 credits plus another 50,000 credits plus another 50,000 credits. That brought us all the way up to 257,000 credits. That's amazing, because we're definitely going to need some energy credits. And we also have some marks as well from doing a couple of patrols. So I have 30 competitive marks and I have 40 Dyson Sphere marks. So we are starting to build up some reputation marks so that when we eventually unlock the reputation system, we're going to be able to go through every day. Even if I'm not able to play that much that day, I'll still have enough banked up that we can keep all of those missions, all those projects running every single day, so that one of them doesn't get behind. We need to get at least 10 of them to the finish line together, or really 5. As long as we get at least 5 of them every day and we stick with those 5 every single day, then we can get enough to get our first fleet ship. So we have to make sure that we are at least getting 5 of those queued up every day, preferably more than that, but you can only do what you can do. You don't always have so much time to play, and so that's where we are currently. We got our endeavors done on our Jim Hadar character. We were able to get some Phoenix prize rewards. We were able to unlock access to all of the missions in the game. And we did our very first episode in order to get our very first mission reward, and we've picked up a couple of levels along the way. So not breakneck progress. The last time I did this, I played way more. I played like 8 hours a day for the first week or something crazy like that, every moment that I could get, so I could get to level 65 as fast as possible, because I wanted to skip straight to the end game. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to play an hour or so a day, whatever I have time for, and that will be that. And we're just going to take this a bit more casually. So I hope this one wasn't too boring, and I hope you will join me again for tomorrow's episode. Thank you so much for watching. As always, take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.